Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Andras. I'm 35 years old and I'm from Miami Beach, Florida. I live here with my wife and my two daughters. I recently became a pro skater. I'm sponsored by Subsonic Longboards, and I compete in longboard push races. I've competed in everything from outlaw city races to organized marathons. One of my favorites is the 24-hour ultra skate, which is a 24-hour race, and we see who can rack up the most miles in that time. So it's pretty grueling and takes a lot of endurance, and for some weird reason I painfully enjoy it. The last time I competed in it, I took the third world ranking in it for 230 miles, so I came just 20 miles short of the world record. So we'll give it a shot next year and see if I can beat the world record. The profession that I have that pays the bills, though, is that of a fireman. I'm a fireman for Miami-Dade County Fire Rescue. I like to work some of the more busier stations in Miami. I like to kind of get into the action and get a lot of the experience through some of the crazier, more busier stations. So I like to stay pretty active out there in the firefighting world. My career started about 16 years ago when I joined the military. I went in the United States Air Force and became a military firefighter. Joining the military was probably one of the best things I could have done for myself. Prior to that, in high school, I wasn't very athletic. I didn't play a lot of sports. I was kind of an oddball. I was a little different. I didn't conform really to a lot of the social standards and a lot of the stuff in school. So I kind of kept to myself a lot, and found a lot of solace in riding my skateboard and just kind of and just being different. So once I kind of joined the military, I started gaining confidence. I started working out. I started getting bigger, stronger, and so I started kind of dabbling into some sports. The first one I came across that I really liked was rugby. I was kind of approached and asked if I wanted to try it out, and I ended up really loving the sport. And that kind of started snowballing my, my whole athleticism. Started playing rugby, started really realizing I like the physical contact. I like to, be active. I really like to, get out there and get my head rung a couple times. That it was actually quite enjoyable. So it started bringing me out of my shell and started making me, compete and want to do more. Want to kind of test myself a little bit, in new and different things. So basically, I started looking for new sports to play. I was kind of eager to get into more things and kind of test myself. The next thing I kind of started dabbling in was MMA, doing jiu-jitsu. It started becoming kind of popular, and I figured I'd give it a shot. So I really enjoyed that. I started competing in jiu-jitsu tournaments. I have done many ones from NAGA, which are a national grappling association, to just local events around here in Miami and Florida, and really enjoyed that. Really felt that it was bringing out the competitiveness in me. That was a lot of fun. The next competitions I started to get into were the mud runs. I found those to be a lot of fun, and started competing in the Spartan races and the Tough Mudders and just about any other little organization that would come around. I just found them quite exciting, and realized that it's good dirty fun, I guess you could say. So from there, it started bringing me along into more racing, more endurance sports. I started realizing I liked running as well, marathons. And then even did a 50-mile ultra marathon trail run. So little by little, I just keep trying to find just different things to kind of test myself. And just recently I've stumbled upon what they call the death race. The death race just seemed like the next progression kind of in my life of things that I want to competing in ways I want to test myself. A lot of times when I find myself in a tough spot in a race, I like to also try to draw inspiration from my family. I draw a lot of strength from my wife, my kids. I got two beautiful daughters, Ruby and Roxy, and they really inspire me. So a lot of times just thinking of them in a tough spot kind of brings me along, keeps me going. Probably my biggest inspiration, I feel like, why I keep wanting to try to test myself and push my limits farther and farther every time, is stories that I've been reading lately of survival people who are survivalists, like Nando Parada. He was a Uruguayan that was on a flight that crashed in the Andes. They were on a rugby team, and they managed to survive the crash and survive months stuck in the Andes mountains, and just eventually to walk out of there. He basically wanted to save himself, and he summited a 14,000 foot mountain and basically climbed out and walked 10 days with essentially nothing, no ropes, no climbing gear, and went found somebody to save them. He saved all his teammates, and it just kind of makes me wonder what somebody has inside of them to make them tick that way, to be able to keep going against all odds. Another one is Luis Samperini. He was a World War II bombardier, and his plane crashed out in the Pacific, and he basically floated on a dinghy with nothing, no water, no food, and survived almost 50 days just to be captured by the Japanese and have to go through POW death camps for years before the war ended and he was able to survive. So I'm just kind of amazed by them. I'm amazed by their spirit, their will to continue and to go on. And I sometimes just read these stories and think about, like, if I was in that situation, I would definitely wouldn't want to be, but God forbid if I was. Could you make it out? Could you do what these guys did and have the perseverance and the want to live? And it's a question I've kind of always asked myself, and started realizing, how can you really test yourself if you're that kind of person, if you're tough enough or strong enough or mentally, have the mental capacity to be able to do it. And once I kind of came across the death race, it raised that question. It made me realize, like, here's a race that you don't know what's coming, you don't know how long it's going to be, you don't know when it's going to end, and all you have is your toughness and your will to survive and your whatever you can do to finish it. And it's something that could very much mimic somebody stranded, somebody trying to survive, and that's why it's attracted me here and wanted me to do this race. I want to test myself and see if I'm broken.